Today on Low Carb with Jennifer, I'm going to show you how to make this keto coffee cake. I've got my apron on. Now let's make this keto coffee cake. Our first step is to make the cinnamon nut swirl that's going to be swirled into our coffee cake. This coffee cake recipe is so easy. I've got 1/4 cup of melted butter in this bowl, and I'm going to add 2/3 cup of almond flour, 1/3 cup of packed brown sugar sweetener. This is Swerve. And I'm going to add 1/3 cup of chopped pecans just for some added crunch. I've got 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. And finally, 1½ teaspoons of ground cinnamon. I'm just going to use my spatula to get this all worked together. It's going to be thick. Okay, that looks great. Let's move that to the side and we're going to work on the cake. I've got my oven preheated to 350 and I have my cake already prepped. So this is sprayed with cooking spray, and then I made a parchment paper sling. So it'll be really easy just to pull the cake out of the pan and it will not stick. So we're going to set that to the side. So for the cake, we're going to add 2 cups of almond flour, 3/4 cup of a granulated sugar-free sweetener, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and this recipe uses baking powder and baking soda. So we're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Now let's add 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. Let's go ahead and stir together all of our dry ingredients and make sure none of those leavening agents are leaving any clumps. We've got our beaten eggs, 1/2 cup of either sour cream or Greek yogurt. This is light sour cream, but you could also use any kind of plain Greek yogurt or any kind of sour cream. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Let's get this all stirred up. Now it's time to pour our cake batter into our prepared pan. And spread it evenly in the pan. And now the finishing touch is distributing the topping all over the top of our batter. And since it's pretty crumbly, you could just actually just dump it into the pan and then spread it out evenly. Just kind of distribute it. All of that cinnamon, it smells amazing. And this is ready for the oven. It's going to bake for about 30 to 35 minutes. Okay, I pulled our finished coffee cake out of the pan after it cooled. You want it to cool so it's easier to pull out of the pan. It won't fall apart. But it looks so good. So let's cut a piece. Let's see, I like a corner piece. This looks so good. I love the addition of the pecans. So good. It's perfectly moist, perfectly sweet, cinnamony. It's got the nice texture from the pecans. You guys have got to try this recipe. It is so good. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.